Hi guys, welcome to Family Create. Hope you're all doing well. So today I'm going to be unboxing another keyboard for Z Fold4. You may have seen recently, about a month ago, I did unbox and review another keyboard for the Fold4, which was good. I did really like it. However, I found that the keyboard didn't have a trackpad, which was a bit annoying because it meant anywhere I went, I needed to take a mouse with me. But then I found another keyboard which had a trackpad, so I had to get it. So I've got that. I'm going to try this out and review it. So this one comes with, again, a charging lead, pen as well. The other keyboard didn't have a pen. Let's get the keyboard out and put the box away. So this keypad is PU leather. It feels really nice and soft, black, which I really like. And it's magnetic. Let's take the keyboard out. And we have an instruction manual for the keypad, which we'll look at in a minute. And this is the keyboard. Feels nice. Very bouncy. The major difference is the trackpad here, which is what I really wanted. It means less to carry with me when I'm out and about and doing things. Let's try out the pen that came with the keypad for the slot. This pen is quite heavy actually. Yeah, it's a perfect fit for this one. And then the case, again, is a trifold. So you would just sit it like that and put the phone here. And when you get the back stand, it's basically a triangular support. Okay, so let's put the phone here. Okay, this actually looks quite good and it's stable, strong enough, it won't fall back. So in terms of setting up the keyboard, it's identical to the previous keyboard, so it's a Bluetooth setup. If you do want to check out the step-by-step setup of the Bluetooth keyboard, I'll leave the link up there. So let's check this keyboard out now, and then we'll see how it works. So in terms of the keyboard itself, it's magnetic, and I must say it does feel a lot more stronger in terms of connectivity. The strength of the magnetic strength is much more stronger compared to the other keyboard. That's the pen that was supplied with the case. It's not the Fold pen. It's much smaller than Fold pen, I think, because when I put the Fold pen in, it feels really tight. So the Fold pen, if I put it in, it is really struggling to go in. But I guess it comes with a pen because it's compatible to Fold2 as well, and Fold2 doesn't come with a pen. So I guess if you got another phone that it doesn't come with the S Pen, you can use this. So this is a capacitive pen, so it'll work with any touchscreen phone, I guess. But for those of us who are using Fold, we'll already have the S Pen with Fold4 or Fold3. And in terms of the case, is PU leather. It actually feels really nice and soft. It's got really nice, kind of like a textured pattern, natural leather kind of textured pattern. I'm not sure if you can see it on the camera, but it feels really good. Same on the other side. I guess there's a fold in the middle to give the trifold on the back so the phone can sit back on it. The casing closure is quite strong in terms of magnetic closure, and it'll protect the keyboard. You can take the keyboard off and also work without the case on its own. So on the keyboard, you'll notice there's this rubber bubbles here and here. This is to protect the keys on the keyboard. So when you close the case, the cover itself rests on the rubber bubbles, so it's not pushing down the keys on the keyboard. So when it closes, it's still protecting the keys. As you can see, the gap there, the bubbles are holding the case up. So it comes with a charging lead. The downside is it's micro USB charging lead, and the good thing is it's quite long. Those of you who have watched my previous video for the keyboard review may remember that this lead was quite short, and I was wondering if I needed to charge my laptop and work on it, but this one is substantially longer than the previous keyboard. And the good thing is you can be charging at the same time working should you need to. So overall, the keyboard itself weighs 135 grams. The case itself weighs 220 grams. So overall the weight is around 410 grams, which is pretty light. So in terms of battery life, I think it's got a decent battery life from my short usage so far. But I must say, compared to the previous keyboard, the other one I think lasted longer. But that's probably also, it'd be fair to say that because this one has a trackpad, it probably takes a lot more battery compared to the other one. So in terms of charging time, it takes around 3 to 4 hours to charge. That's a bit long, but I think that could be because of the micro USB charging lead. They should have really been putting a USB-C charging port, which would have made it much more quicker. In terms of size, let's measure it. So the case is 20 centimeter, as you can see, 20 centimeter by 14 centimeter. And let's check the keyboard out. The keyboard is 20 centimeter by 12.5 centimeter. It's compact enough to put it in your little handbag. So the keyboard has a Quad-A layout. That's standard UK and US layout. So let's put it on and then connect it to our phone. Switch it on. You can see the power's on now. Let me go into a note document. We type, it feels really nice and punchy and clicky. The previous keyboard that I did a review of was much more plasticky feeling. This one is much more stronger and more premium feel. So when you put the caps lock on, you see the light here, caps lock light here lights up, so you know your caps lock's on. There's short commands as well, like F1, F2, you see, volume. You have the other commands, Control Alt. Here you got the arrow keys. So as you're working, you can also use your S Pen to control your phone, you know, change things, settings, or colors, draw. So you can write with the pen once you decide not to use the keypad if you need to do some drawing, and when you do want to go back, you just click on the keyboard and you start writing again. The most secure part about this is that this is really firm, and it doesn't, you can see because of the material on the PU leather is so soft and kind of feels like a bit rubbery. It actually sits really well, it doesn't move. I think the only thing that's lacking is the docking. If the phone had a place to dock, then I'd be relieved that it won't fall off, because you always have that worry in the back of your mind. But there's nothing to dock, you just kind of leave there and then just work. And also the other thing I really found it useful is the fact that this trackpad is gesture control. So the gesture controls, you got the slip finger, 1 finger click, 2 finger click. You can also scroll with two fingers. So it's really, really useful, especially when you're working away out of office. The main reason why I ordered this was because it had the trackpad, and the fact that I don't have to then carry a mouse around, which was really good. And I've been using it for about a week now, and I have really found it useful. One thing I found, because you're leaving the phone there, and when you want to swipe up, you can't do it. You'll have to go either at this end or use your pen to swipe up. So now that we're on a website, I'll show you how it works. So we can scroll up and down on a page. As you can see, we can go into the website. It's quite sensitive as well, I've noticed, the gesture controls, and that's probably because it's a very small trackpad. So as you can see, you can zoom in and out. With a pinch on the trackpad, which is very useful for me. So if you right click, you can go from app to app, and then you've got left mouse button as well. This one's pen slot, I must say, is slightly tight. It's quite difficult to get the pen in and out. So actually, you can see it's quite stiff, but you can push it in and pull it out. It takes a bit of strength. Whereas the other one, previous keyboard, you'll notice that it was much more open. So you just kind of put the top tip in and click it in. So this one is like a full length pen holder. So the keyboard is really compact. I can stand my phone there, I can keep my pen there, and I can work. I don't need to carry a mouse with me. The trackpad is very useful, and this is the reason why I really like this keyboard. So far, I've been really finding it useful. I haven't found any faults yet. The only thing I would say is that the battery life may be slightly lower than the previous keyboard. One thing I've noticed is that when I'm typing away, sometimes it just goes from one line to another line, it jumps. So it feels like it's quite sensitive, but it's annoying for me because it leads to mistake, because suddenly I've noticed it's jumped a couple of lines and it's typing somewhere else. So that is one thing. I'm not sure whether that's caused by the shortcuts that I'm not aware of or what it is, but it does seem to jump from one place to another sometime. So in terms of saving time, previously I was writing handwritten notes, but now all I do is get my keyboard out and put the phone and start typing away, and then when I get home I just transfer the document from my phone straight onto the computer, so it saves a lot of time for me. I've got Fold2 here. Just want to see if this pen that they supplied with, if that works. Let's increase the thickness. Okay. And here we go, it works on Fold2. So this pen they supply with the case is quite useful. You can use it to write with it, control. There we go. I must say it is a bit laggy. So there's pros and cons. I would say with pros, it's very compact, which I really like. Keys are very nice and clicky, which is really nice to type, and it's sturdy and it holds the phone up really well. The massive plus is that it has a trackpad, which is really well used by myself. And also it connects really well quickly to the phone's Bluetooth. I've connected for the first time, and ever since it connects very quickly to the phone as soon as I go back on it. The battery life is decent as well. So overall, it's all in one package that takes away the need to carry the mouse with me. In terms of cons, I would say there's no backlight on the keyboard, which is a down. side, that means basically working at night could be quite difficult. You're going to have that light on. The trackpad, I would say, is a little bit on the small side. If it was slightly bigger, would have been nice. Also, the battery takes too long to charge, which I guess is a minus for me. If you're out and about and then this dies, you have to wait for a while before you can charge up. The other thing is the S Pen insert is too tight. It doesn't actually, it takes a while to put this in. Well, it's quite hard to put the S Pen in, and then it takes me ages to take out because it's too hard, so I can't actually use that S Pen slot at the moment. Also, the other thing is sometimes it leads to mistake when I'm typing away, because I think the cursor is a bit too sensitive. So sometimes when I'm typing away, suddenly I notice it's moved a few lines down. So overall, I am really enjoying this keyboard, and it actually helps make the advanced phone into a more advanced, almost like I'm carrying a PC with me really. So I hope this review has been helpful. If it has, please do give it a like and support us by subscribing. So I got the keyboard from Amazon. I'll leave the link in the description box if you're interested. The price was £58, but I've noticed there's a 10% discount. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, do take care. Bye bye.